Hello, friends. I'm Christine, and we are reading the works of Florence Scovel Shinn, starting with The Game of Life and How to Play It. We're on page 12 in this text. Let's see who published this. Martino Fine Books. All right, so I'm going to read this page. Okay. And here we go. Pay attention to this first sentence. If one asks for success and prepares for failure, he will get the situation he has prepared for. Boom. That's a key. That's a key in this way of thinking. For example, a man came to me asking me to speak the word that a certain debt would be wiped out. I found he spent his time planning what he would say to the man when he did not pay his bill, thereby neutralizing my words. He should have seen himself paying the debt. We have a wonderful illustration of this in the Bible, relating to the three kings who were in the desert without water for their We have a wonderful illustration of this in the Bible, relating to the three kings who were in the desert without water for their men and horses. They consulted the prophet Elisha, who gave them this astonishing message. Quote, "Thus saith the Lord, ye shall not see wind, neither shall ye see rain, yet make this valley full of ditches." Unquote. That means man must prepare for the thing he has asked for, even when there isn't the slightest sign of it in sight. For example, a woman found it necessary to look for an apartment during the year when there was a great shortage of apartments in New York. Sounds like an issue today we have as well, 100 years later. It was considered almost an impossibility, and her friends were sorry for her and said, "Isn't it too bad? You'll have to store your furniture and live in a hotel." She replied, "You needn't feel sorry for me. I am a Superman, and I'll get an apartment." She spoke the words, quote, "Infinite Spirit, open the way for the right apartment," unquote. She knew there was a supply for every demand. I'm going to repeat that. Infinite Spirit, open the way for the right apartment. She knew there was a supply for every demand, and that she was unconditioned, working on the spiritual plane, and that one with God is a majority. That's kind of a complicated phrase there. It just means it just means what she said previously. Just believe it. If you're on God's side, if you believe that God is on your side, you are opening yourself up to get your demands fulfilled. She had contemplated buying new blankets when the tempter, the adverse thought or reasoning mind, suggested, "Don't buy the blankets. Perhaps after all you won't get an apartment and then you'll have no use for them." She promptly replied to herself, "I'll dig my ditches by buying the blankets." So she prepared for the apartment and acted as though she already had it. Okay, let's break that down. So she contemplated buying new blankets, but her reasoning mind, which Miss Shinn calls the tempter, I like that. So the reasoning mind, that's the mind where we know not to buy blankets. That's so extra. But she knew in her heart, she knew in her gut, her instincts told her it was the right thing to do. Now we have to be careful, because sometimes the tempter, that's our will, our willpower, that's not God. And you do have to be careful because those voices can be similar. And if you need help breaking it down, please feel free to message me. Anyway, she knew in her heart buying the blankets was like digging the ditches, making way for the water, like the wise men in the desert. Even though there was no sign of an apartment coming, just like they did, there was no sign of any rain coming, but they knew to prepare for rain. So she prepared for her new home. Sometimes, for us, buying, our situation is always unique. So buying blankets might not be, if you're looking for an apartment, that might not be the way to do it because whatever, there's so many different situations. All right, let's continue. So she prepared for the apartment, acting as though she already had it. She found one in a miraculous way, and it was given to her, although there were over 200 applicants. The blankets showed active faith. That's a key word. Key phrase. Active faith. It is needless to say that the ditches dug by the 3 kings in the desert were filled to overflow. That's from read in 2 Kings from the Bible. I'm not sure where that is. Getting into the spiritual swing of things is no easy matter for the average person. Again, key sentence. I'll repeat it. Getting into the spiritual swing of things is no easy matter for the average person. The adverse thoughts of doubt and fear surge from the subconscious. This is huge. We're trained to be rational and logical. And so our rational and logical mind is always, it's our ego. It's trying to mitigate disaster. Of course, it makes sense, but so these thoughts of fear and doubt are the army of the aliens, which must be put to flight. Get them out of here. I like to think of my negative thoughts in a balloon, or I see a red balloon in my mind in the sky, in a blue sunny sky, and I let it go. Or I pop it with a pin. This is just a strategy in my mind. I visualize it. So the adverse thoughts of doubt and fear surge from the subconscious. They are the army of the aliens, which must be put to flight. This explains why so often it is darkest before the dawn. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad if you have these thoughts, and they will come at you. It's darkest before the dawn. Don't worry. A big demonstration of faith, a big demonstration is usually preceded by tormenting thoughts. Having made a statement of high spiritual truth, one challenges the old beliefs in the subconscious, and error is exposed to be put out. So that basically means, these negative thoughts that you have, the rational mind, they will come at you. But that just means that you are clearing the way for yourself. Okay. This is the time when one must make his affirmations of truth repeatedly and rejoice and give thanks that he has already received. That's just visualizing that you have already received. Just say Thank you that I received this thing that, and make sure this isn't like, anyway, I'm going to continue. I was about to go on a tangent. Okay. This is the time when one must make his affirmations of truth repeatedly and rejoice and give thanks that he has already received. Quote, "Before ye call, I shall answer." This means that every good and perfect gift is already man's, awaiting his recognition. You already have it. You already have it. Man can only receive what he sees himself receiving. That's another key phrase. Man can only receive what he sees himself receiving. You're going to be all right. You've already got it. You've already got this. So just let go of the fear, let go of the worry, the doubt. You're on the right track. Okay, here's the last paragraph on page 13 in this book. The children of Israel were told that they could have all the land they could see. This is true of every man. He has only the land within his own mental vision. Every great work, every big accomplishment has been brought into manifestation through holding the vision. I'm going to repeat that sentence. Every great work, every big accomplishment has been brought into manifestation through holding the vision, and often just before the big achievement comes, apparent failure and discouragement. So just to remind you, this book does refer to the Bible, but this is not a religious text. The Bible is a, widely accepted text, and, a lot of people believe in it, the words in it. So Miss Shinn cleverly uses the Bible as kind of a primary text. She uses it to be like, those are facts, and I'm going to pull, parts out of this to show you that these are facts, that like how this metaphysical manifestation stuff works based on facts from the Bible. I don't know what, her thoughts were on the Bible, but mine are just what I said. This is a widely accepted text. I am not like promoting like a certain religious way of thinking. So just think of it that way. Don't think like you have to believe in the Bible. It's just like she's just using it as examples. Same when she talks about Jesus. I will refer to him as JC because I don't want to use Jesus as an example, although I'm not opposed to people using, I'm trying to be neutral. Okay. The children of Israel, when they reached the promised land, were afraid to go in, for they said it was filled with giants who made them feel like grasshoppers. Quote, "And there we saw the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers." Unquote. This is almost every man's experience. However, the one who knows spiritual law is undisturbed by appearance. That's a key. The one who knows spiritual law is undisturbed by appearance and rejoices while he is yet in captivity. That is, he holds to his vision. There's another key. I love this book. Okay, so that is, he holds to his vision and gives thanks that the end is accomplished, he has received. So no matter if you feel like you're a grasshopper and there's giants all around waiting to squash you, hold on to your vision, but your vision must be that of your higher power, your intuition, your heart, your gut, not something that in your head you think you want, because that's the rational mind. You have to pay attention to your intuition, what you think you want and what you actually want. If you quiet yourself and give yourself time to reflect and pray and meditate, they may be very different things. And sometimes it's hard because we're like, oh, I really want this, I need this, like I cannot stop thinking about it. But if you're thinking about it over and over and it's not God's will for you, but you're asserting your self-will, just be careful. And I'm happy to help break it down if you send me a message or leave a comment. Okay. So let's see. All right, I'm going to leave it there for right now. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'd love some feedback. Thank you.